Welcome to this week's episode of Bow Hunt or Die. The rut is finally upon us. All the anticipation of the rut is here. Wait to see this week's episode. Richie Music tags out for the rest of the season as he puts down his second buck from the same tree stand as before. Join me as I travel between Wisconsin and Illinois in hopes of putting down another shooter buck. New pro staff member Brady Scheffler has some nice encounters and puts down an Illinois giant for the first time on film. And Justin Zarr gives us an update from the tree stand as he hunts northern Illinois. Now it's time to head back in the stand with Richie Music on an evening hunt in Illinois as his quest for a second Illinois buck continues.
About 10 minutes ago, we had a doe and a fawn skirt through the thick stuff, but very, very slow evening here in northern Illinois. We'll see how it goes. We got a little while left still. He's laying 60 yards from the tree. Yes. Northern Illinois. November 4th, I think. God, he looks like a nice 8. That's awesome. Yes. Self-filmed for the second hunt in a row. Big buck down. Yes. The shot did look a little far back. I think I got liver or the back of the lungs. I'm not sure. He ain't going nowhere. He's hurt bad. But I'm going to call for some help. I'm going to get somebody to come out here and help me get him out of here, first of all. But I want to give him plenty of time. Okay, guys, here he is. He only made it about 60 yards from the tree. So we're going to get over to him now and check him out. Come on. There you go. Another nice one. Nice 8-point, huh? Yeah. That's awesome. We're tagged out in Illinois. It's an awesome deer. This is November the 4th, northern Illinois. The rut's kicking off. These bucks are running around looking for does. Got another nice one here.
Wow, that's the second buck you've killed in Illinois within 2 weeks. What a great job, Richie. Same tree stand. You know, when you got a hot spot, you have a hot spot. There's no question about it. You know, we all think we need to have 100 deer stands and 100 different pieces of property, and we don't. Sometimes you just need to hunt the right wind in the right location at the right time, and you can have results just like Richie did. Okay, now you're gonna join me in the tree stand for the next 7 days as my pursuit of another Illinois or Wisconsin buck continues. These mornings are only gonna start getting better. We got cooler temperatures coming in, a lot less places to hide. Heard my first couple of grunts this morning. It's about ready to get really good. Man, guys, the next 3 weeks, this is what we live for. The wind's swirling in here a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to deal with it. The deer can come from any direction in here. I'm hoping the last hour in here is going to be good. This is an absolutely perfect morning. 26 degrees. You cannot get a better hunting day than this.
first hard frost. Seen 2 bucks up on their feet, 1 doe. I'm hoping that this morning is just beginning. I have a feeling there's going to be more deer around. Hope I don't regret that. That was a nice encounter. I had him at 20 yards here. I could have got the shot off, but I'm looking for a different buck. Hope I don't regret that. That was a nice Wisconsin buck. Pretty cool. One of the bucks I'm after was just up on his feet, but man, going the wrong way. Oh, you bow hunting right there. What an incredible morning. That was an absolute giant Wisconsin buck for around here. I'm glad to see that the deer that I've been letting go in the last couple of years, they do grow up and they do make it, and you gotta believe that. How about that? I definitely would say the rut's on since that buck came in and bred that doe right there in front of me. That was pretty cool. I don't know if he's gonna come over here or not, but if he does, I'd shoot that deer in Wisconsin for sure. You know, there's no question about it. They're definitely rutting. There's nothing you can do. It's a game of cat and mouse right now. You can have 30 extra deer stands out here. It's not going to make a difference unless you're right on top of where that doe's going to bring that buck right now. It's just the way it is.
Wow, as you've seen in this footage, I have been seeing some of the best deer of my life while bow hunting. Just can't seem to get close enough. What a great year. Quality deer management over the last couple of years has made a difference. Earn a buck has made a difference. There's no question about it. I think in the weeks ahead, there's still going to be some good activity. But I tell you what, for me personally, I just can't seem to get the right deer stand on the right day. I'm still very hopeful in Wisconsin as there's still plenty of time left. The rut is still heating up, and I think I can still have a chance of getting a nice Wisconsin whitetail. Now it's time to meet our newest and youngest pro staff member, Brady Scheffler. Check out his hunt from Illinois.
My name is Brady Scheffler. I'm 19 years old. I've been a bowhunting.com customer for 2 years now, and the hunting videos are awesome, and I was just looking for a way to get involved. I contacted Todd this past summer and was trying to find a way to get involved, and has told me the first thing I need to do is get a camera. So I got my camera and started filming my hunts, and also had some pretty good encounters. On October 6th, I had a really nice encounter with a 10-point buck that I've seen the previous year, but unfortunately never got a shot at him. He came in about 80 yards, but unfortunately he veered off into the woods and I never got a shot at him. About 3 weeks later, I had another encounter with the same buck, but he was staying behind a fence post and I was not able to get the shot on him. I knew this buck was still in the area, and on November 9th, I climbed up in my stand at about 5:38 a.m. This buck came out at about 6:07 a.m., and I was hoping for a shot today.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That is why I do it. 100% right there. I had a buck bedded down right next to me, just a young buck. Didn't want to get spooked by him, so I had to be real careful with the camera. That buck come walking up this line right here. Stopped him, smoked him. He's going down 40 yards away, and I'm pumped. You don't even realize how pumped I am, but I'm so pumped. Words can't explain how happy I am, baby. Yes.
I gave the buck about an hour and a half to go down. I was sure he went down. I heard him tumble. Got something to eat, came back with the game plan, climbed up in my tree stand that overlooks the whole entire property, and sure enough, I seen him dead 200 yards down by creek. Nice mature buck, awesome buck. This thing went forever. We tracked it. I found my arrow. We had a good solid paint trail for just 40, 50 yards. Came back, got our game plan. He was gonna walk down the railroad track and see if anything ran across the field. I was gonna come sit up top, see if I saw any movement or see if I could get a little higher up, maybe see if I could see the buck. Sure enough, climbed up in the tree stand, looked down, I see a big old rack sitting right before he crossed the creek. He had to lay down. And
Brady, I can't tell you how impressed I am. You're 19 years old, you bought a new camera from Campbell's Cameras, you told me you were gonna get out there and do it, and boy did you ever. Persistence pays, I say it year after year. No matter how bad of luck you're having, you need to continually stay after it. That's exactly what Brady did. He kept seeing encounters, just couldn't get them close, and finally that opportunity paid off for you. I'm very proud of you, great job, and I know that you still have another tag in your pocket. There's plenty of season left, and we're hoping to see another buck out of you this year. Now it's time to join Justin Zarr in Northern Illinois as he continues to push his patience with hunting this piece of property. I know how much he's been struggling out here. Let's see how he does.
Good morning once again from Northern Illinois. We got temperatures in the 20s this morning. It's pretty chilly out here. When I came in here and hung this stand, I actually kicked up a really nice buck. Bedded literally directly in front of where the stand is at. There's a big bed, like 10 yards from this tree stand. I'm only a couple miles away from where Richie Music killed his 2 big bucks, so maybe some of his suburban luck will rub off on me. We just saw 3, I don't know, maybe 4 more does in the same spot as the last 2 came. I put this stand here to hunt on a northwest wind, which is what I've got. And every single deer has come downwind to me. At least they weren't bucks. That would have been great. Well, it's about 10 o'clock. We had a fairly productive morning. We saw the same group of 4 does that I saw yesterday morning. And then we also saw 2 1.5-year-old bucks and what looked like a button buck. So we saw 7 deer this morning, which all things considered isn't too bad. That makes 3 sits in a row I've seen deer out here after 5 sits of not seeing any deer. So it's amazing what a difference November makes. I'm back in a spot that I haven't been in 2 weeks. I've only sat this spot 1 time this year. Didn't see any deer, but it's November, man. Anything can happen. had that 1.5-year-old buck come by. That's the movement I'm looking for, just not the deer I'm looking for. Man, it was perfect. The little guys are out looking for love. Hopefully the big ones will be doing the same. Well, it's the morning of November 7th here. Still hunting in Lake County, Illinois. Historically, I've seen a lot of deer here. There's always a lot of sign down here. It's my third sit, so hopefully something shows up. Well, that about wraps it up for this 3-day hunt. Sunday, November 7th. I'm gonna call it quits for the night, and I'm gonna hang a trail camera real quick and get out of here. That's bow hunting, though. You don't always kill something when you go out, especially when you're looking for a big buck.
Well, Justin, you're finally on the right track. You're at least seeing deer on their feet during daytime hours. I know persistence is going to pay off for you here in Northern Illinois. You've been working very hard in this spot for the last 2 years. The good thing for you is you're hunting an area where there's no gun pressure, so you've got plenty of time ahead, and I know that big buck is going to step in front of that stand soon. Well, that's it for our 6th episode of Bow Hunter Die. Now, I'd like to do a reach out to, of course, some of our great bowhunting.com customers who took the time to send in their photos. Listen, if you haven't sent in your photos, send them in. You may be seen right here on the next episode of Bow Hunter Die. Damon Altizer, Ronald Lewis, Terry Parton, Scott Stidson, Justin Stuva, and Jared Rogers. Congratulations to all of you who sent in photos. Those are some great deer. Now, most importantly, it's only November 10th. Persistence pays. You spent a lot of time in the woods picking the right tree stands. You've got all the trail camera information. Those deer are still out there. Don't give up. Just because they've gone incognito on you or they've disappeared for a while, they're probably just a couple properties over and they will be back. I can promise you the better moon phases are ahead of us. There's still plenty of rut ahead of us. Get out there and hunt. There's no way you can get them from your couch. See you next week on Bow Hunter Die.